All right, guys, we're back. We've got four amigos today. Actually, five. We got a fifth joining. So we've got 10. Who do we have?
Flora's here, and actually Arthur's over here too. We got a whole squad here today.
Oh, yeah, I love it. This
It's
is
a
this is
party.
the lengths he goes for these power rankings. He
This is
goes
just
out.
to gain sympathy from us. Like we can't hate too hard. Dirty play. Dirty play.
No, everybody knows Vinny's the villain this year. So,
True, true.
but okay, so I guess Paul, can you share Austin's the power rankings?
I can. Let's get right into it. And then Austin, do you want to kind of take the lead then? Because these are your power rankings?
Yeah, I don't have as much write up as normal, but I can remember some things. For one, Josh is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I went into this week. I really tried to find a justification to put Pickle last, but it's just you just can't do it. Josh is just downright awful. His roster, I can't even remember who he was starting at wide receiver, but it's pretty gross. So yeah, Josh, 2 wins, doesn't look any better going forward.
Although his team is hot right now.
It
They're
is.
hot.
Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
His team's turned into like the playoff wrecker. Like he's just going to come through and try to ruin people's chances in playoffs, and he's actually can score actually now, putting up some points.
Yeah, he's been getting close.
Still trash though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have the Dark Pickle.
Justify this.
Pickle, I know that you feel that you are with the rest of the league being 5-6, and the rest of us 5-6 or 6-5. But just look at the roster. There is no one on there that can put up points. You are way behind in points for everyone else. It is just an absolute miracle that you are not battling with Josh right now.
Would you like a justification on why I think this isn't the best ranking for me, or would you like me to hold it off to when we talk about our matchups this week? I'll leave that to you, Steve.
You can let it rip now.
Okay, so my team has always been a week by week team. We're not a team that looks ahead this year. We're a team that lives and dies by the waiver wire. When you look at my team this week, I have the wide receiver one double A in Higgins this week. He's going to score me 40 points. I have the best quarterback known to man in the league ever in fantasy in Josh Allen. And you know what? My weakness right now is a little bit my running backs, but we're cobbling together. And we made a mistake last week not playing Dortch. We're not making that mistake this week. So I just don't know how when you look across the league. I mean, you can even look at your team.
Well, we have a really weird year this year because I actually think you being 9 is correct, and it's not even that much of a slight on your team. It's the fact that there's a bunch of all the teams are the same record right now, and technically there is a shot Pickle can make the playoffs, and he doesn't have to have it be points for, but he has to have the exact play out for the next 2 weeks.
It's going to happen. We're not worried. We've embraced the darkness. We've embraced the
Well,
bottom.
you would be still
It
9
really was.
because you're the worst points for out of you're literally the 9th team.
Yeah, but that scenario is going to happen this week. We went through it. We'll talk about it in the pod later on. It's very possible for me to get
Well,
in.
okay, and so I was able to actually pull up the rosters now, so I'm not just speaking off of my memory.
Yes.
Your wide receivers stink. You have T. Higgins, the savior George Addison. Your running backs stink. You have Janty and Swift. Like, it's just not a good team. 9 is an accurate ranking.
Also, it's Higgins week.
It's Higgins week, dude.
Chase out.
We've taken the bottom from 10 all year. We'll continue to take the bottom.
Yep,
Just wait till next
as
week.
well.
Next up, Mark's not going to be happy about this, but Mark at number 7 here. Mark's team is struggling right now. He's been kind of the community college that prides themselves on getting into the actual college. He's the WCC to the University of Michigan when it comes to the running back university room. Obviously with Vinny being the real RBU. But no longer. Josh Jacobs isn't playing this week, so he's just got Bijan Robinson, and then he has switched from Bam Knight recently to, since I looked earlier today, Bashal Tootin. But I mean, the running backs are the pride and joy of this team. His wide receivers are Metcalf and Flowers, who like are mid at best, I would say. He doesn't have Justin Herbert this week, so like, and Mark's one of the 5-win teams, so he is going to have a tough week, and he needs to win out to get in. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, and I just looked. He's one of the 5-win teams, and he's got the lowest points for besides Pickle. So by like a good amount, like 50. So he's got like a lot he's got to overcome, and he's losing points this week.
Yeah.
So
I was going to come in really hot, Austin, and argue with you, but I forgot about Josh Jacobs. Mark is kind of dead.
And he's also got the least points against, which is what makes sense why he's 5-6.
Yeah.
His points for. So I mean, every team every year there's a team with the least points against. This year it's Mark. But no, I take that back. Second least points against. Dan actually has the least points against.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And he didn't take advantage enough because he's still not in a great spot right now. Like I
No.
thought he would be a 6-win team. I was actually shocked that he had 5 wins because I felt like he had a good record for a while. But it just has been bad.
Yeah.
Who's next, Paul? Emotional damage.
Yep, Paco, our own Paco here, kind of fallen quite a bit from the high ranks that you've had all season. But the situation is just not good for Paco. You also find yourself as one of the 5-win teams, so essentially need a win out to even have a chance. And you have that happening on a week that you have no Cortland Sutton, no Keenan Allen, no Vidal, and
need him.
And no Jamar Chase, of course. So team's looking rough. You have a large mountain to overcome. Obviously, everyone all year has thought this team is good, but this situation is just not great for right now.
Okay. I have a few problems with this graphic. Number one, why does it say RBs we meet in the background? This is wide receiver university, not running back university. Number two, BTJ, Brian, whatever the heck his name is no longer at wide receiver university. We, that's all I can say from a college, employer, whatever standpoint. All I can say is no longer with university. We have standards at this university, and he did not meet them, academic standards. So he needs to be removed. Jamar Chase is suspended for a week. Yes, no one is above the law here at wide receiver university. And you know what? It's next man up. We got 2 great wide receivers that were maybe the best they ever seen and on my flex and in my wide receiver 2 spot, both coming off of 30-point weeks. We're going to be fine this week. So Tyler Warren's back. We're ready to go. So I still have the 4th most points scored in the entire league. I'm only behind Luke and Johnny by like 10 and 20 points or something. So
Didn't Jake show that he's like not invincible? Did he score bad last week?
I think he still had like 20.
Oh shit, never mind.
I got
20.6.
Never mind. I thought you had 2 receivers that got like single digits.
I think I had 2 players with single digits. I had McMillan had 30, I think. 30 something.
33.
It's kind of the same situation as Mark, where it's like you're just losing players at the wrong time, but you do have good points for. So that's what like you have more wiggle room.
Well, and the other thing is, don't you play Josh the last week of the season?
I play Lukey.
Or Luke. Who do you play this
Pickle.
week?
It doesn't matter who you play next week.
So
that's what I meant when I
doesn't matter where I play next week. Pickle, is that because I'm losing this week?
No, speaking of next week, kind of leads into what I'm going to say to Austin about this graphic. It's kind of funny. It's not your fault. It looks like that. It's really running back university, Paco University. They didn't even know what they are. They gave you this promotional materials to give out. They just have that spring break mindset right now. You've taken off. It doesn't matter who you play next week, Paul. You have holes, and it's going to seep in and think how much more fun you can have this weekend with your wife and your child. You just have fantasy to worry about. So just take an early break.
Yeah, well, my team last week still put up the 3rd most points out of anyone last week. It just happened that Josh put up 2nd most.
It
So
does,
I
but
mean,
also
we could.
the promotional information you gave him has my star player on it too. Number 5, T. Higgins. I love that. Even you're celebrating it. See,
Oh, that's
crying,
yeah.
but that's
Well,
a mocking cry. So
I am worried about Higgins, but hopefully
shambles
we'll
all
go
over
to
the
number
place. I
one.
love it.
Yeah, hopefully he gets locked up.
So what's the next team, boys? The DA show. What are your thoughts about Johnny then?
Yeah, so Johnny, I think, had a hot flash. I think he has started to dwindle, and I think he will continue to dwindle. I like Devontae Adams has been good. He is still the wide receiver 2 on his team. Devonta Smith has been good. He is still functionally still the wide receiver 2 on his team. Uh, Dowdle has been exceptional. They have been saying recently that Chuba Hubbard has still been dealing with his injury and is finally fully healthy now. So I think Johnny had a real hot flash for a second, but I don't see it continuing, and I think he definitely is going to miss the playoffs here.
You couldn't
I
say that
think
better.
he's got a good team. It's just he's got 5 wins, so he needs to go 2-0.
I wouldn't worry about Dowdle just because I think he's kind of taken over the job this year. He's been too unreal. But yeah, I mean, he's just kind of the same thing he's kind of always been. He's really boom or bust. And I mean, he's just going to need to boom for the next 2 weeks. He's a 5-1 team, right?
Yeah. And the featured guy on his show here, the DA show, is not playing on his pivotal week this week, so that's another big factor too.
That is true.
I'd like to draw your attention to this is the team I played last week, and history repeats itself. So just like Johnny, Paul, you won't have your best player playing this week. So you can look what happened last week to Johnny to see what might happen.
Really feeling yourself today, Paul.
Might be the last
I want to see this
week.
matchup, dude. This could be crazy. All right, what's the next team?
Ooh.
Steve on a mission. So let me pull up your team here. Steve is a team that's gotten hot lately, and I think can continue it a little bit more. We remember this team was ranked not just by myself, but kind of across the league as a pretty good team. And Steve had a lot of injuries to start the season. Kittle is finally fully back. Pickens, even with CD being back, is valuable. Kyron is valuable. You have Jefferson now. Do I think that this is one of the best teams in the league? No, but I think that you are above average and have like a very real chance of winning at least one, possibly two of your last 2 games to make it to the playoffs. Absolutely, this team has the firepower to do it. Just a matter of can everyone kind of fire all at the same time here?
Yeah, I've done like 5 trades or something, so I've had to change a few of the things, but I do feel really good about my team right now. But I do have Diggs and Pickens, who Pickens shows he has a good floor, and he still got a team, but still that can kind of still go anyway. But I feel like a lot of my players are kind of doing well right now. It's just quarterback roulette. What quarterback can I find to give me any points? Feel good about Goff against the Giants. This feels like a Goff week.
You need to win this week, Steve.
It's an interesting matchup with the Goff versus Stafford lineup with you and Dan, but surprisingly, Dan is on the Stafford side of things.
I feel good about Dan's team too because he doesn't have this week Commanders or Chargers, so no Debo, no McConkey, which is awesome because I traded him McConkey, but he can't punish me with him, which was actually I didn't even know that, but it was oh gosh, because if I would have played against McConkey, he would have scored 30. So that actually makes me feel a lot better, and I think he's starting 2 absolute bums at receiver this week.
Mooney and Watson.
Yeah, 2 bums, dude.
Mooney has Kirko this week, though. That's the only hope, and that's
what
Mooney.
They can always go off, but yeah.
Who are you starting in your flex this week, Steve? Because I think that's what will really tell if you're kind of boom or bust this week.
Pickens.
I'm starting Jefferson, Pickens, Diggs, no matter what.
Okay. No Tucker?
I mean, Diggs is really the flex. You just happen to have Pickens in the flex spot.
Yeah. I started Tucker just because I had to with the whole stupid Mark banner, and I'm off Tucker. The Raiders are so bad. It's the worst team, dude. My gosh. All right, what's the next team?
All right. Whoa.
Next up is Chef Gascan Dan, which I actually don't know when he became a chef. I remember the PhD portion. I do not recall how he became a chef as well. But Dan is another team that has become very different in recent weeks with trades and whatnot. He's got all of the lines firepower between Gibbs and St. Brown, and then Javante's been good. And then he's got those bye players. So this week, again, I think he's kind of below where he would normally be. But I do think that I definitely think overall, when everyone is playing, he's one of those kind of better teams right now.
Yeah, the thing kind of blew me away is I was like, dang, he has 6 wins. So like he's in like such a good spot. He can even drop a game and still be in a good spot, which he will this week. But
See,
yeah,
for me, that's the only reason why he's high up like this is because of the 6 wins. To me, when I look at his team, you need to have both of his Lions hitting to be a really powerful team, and that hasn't happened very often. Usually, one or the other goes off. To me, that's a concerning
yeah,
point.
they showed some struggles, but so like that his upside is limited. But I know you just know the Lions are going to go on a run of like scoring some points. So it's if he's on that run, he's hot.
And after a loss, lines usually show out,
Yeah,
especially in
usually
offense. I mean, this might be a good week for him, but
Well, and I also think it's not just those guys. Like Javante is not the most exciting player, but he is the running back 9 on the season. Debo is the ultimate garbage man, but he gets points. And then he's got Tony Pollard, and like he's only starting Matthew Stafford this week. Actually, I don't know why he's starting Matthew Stafford this week. He's got Danny Jones, who should really be his starting quarterback, and McConkey on bye. So like Dan has firepower. It is just deeper than those two guys, I feel like.
I feel like this is a great week for me to play him.
Yep.
Feel good.
Yeah.
All right. Bring on the hate. Everyone hates on my team all the time, every time.
what?
But we definitely deserve the 3 spot right now. I am one of the other 6-win teams out. I think we can fact check this, but there's like the top 3 in point, or I think I'm 5 in points right now. Out of every, so there's Vinny, Lukey, Paco, Johnny, and then myself. And my guys are just finally doing what I thought they would do. Chase Brown has had over 19 points the last 3 weeks, finally. Omarion Hampton is finally coming back next week. Ibuka is awesome. I did the trade to get Jalen Hurts, which I kind of regret, but Jameson Williams is also going off. Like, this team is kind of firing on all cylinders right now, and Vinny should be very, very, very afraid to face me in the playoffs.
Yeah, so your team, I actually, when I look at it, like I've come to realize you're going to scrap together something that's going to put points up. I just feel like you're not. You could get into the playoffs easily, but it's nothing. It's always going to be stressful. I feel like with your team, your firepower is McBride, and like I feel like I've seen your whole team questionable the whole year.
Absolutely questionable at best. Mostly they've been out.
Questionable. You actually, that's the most healthy they've been. Is questionable. You actually look questionable.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
the
Bucky's
you're
out
tied to the Eagles, dude. The Eagles are, dude. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles. That is just the hardest watch of all time.
So
Yeah.
on paper, it looks really good for you. But when you look deeper under the hood at some things, that's where concerns come up, and that's where, unfortunately, Vinny can sleep really soundly. When we look at Omari Hampton, your hype joy coming back. I know this from Madden. I know this from watching them. The Chargers have no offensive line. They couldn't block a rat. You've seen Herbert on his back more than not.
Hampton actually coming back?
He should be in the next
Next
2
week.
weeks. Yeah.
Next week.
So, like, that's kind of like false hope. Now, you look at the other things there that we talked about, the Eagles players. We're putting our trust in the Eagles players who may just decide to run the ball 40 times. or just throw to AJ Brown because he's throwing a little hissy fit. So I don't know. When I look at your team, it looks like a solid 5. Almost making the playoffs, but just not there yet. 3 to me is just a little high.
Well, you also said it with Dan, so you got to say it with this one too. Huge advantage of being at 6 wins.
Very true. Very
One
true.
win over the next 2 weeks guarantees me a fighting chance. 2 wins guarantees me basically a spot. So yeah, that is a huge advantage too.
No, very true. Very true. And then if you were to ask me later on who are my top 4, and you would be just missing it, which is why I would have you at 5. But hey, at least for the first time all year, I had you at the top 5. I put you at 10 all year.
Now we have Lukey, right? Next.
We do have Lukey next.
Yeah.
Here's the
Lukey,
crazy thing. Lukey's team could miss the playoffs. That is still a very real possibility.
I wouldn't say very real, because of his points for. It is technically possible. But I think he'd need to lose out and have 2 teams win out. He'd need to lose out and have me and Dan win out, I think is really the only way.
Yeah,
Or
it would
if-
be an utter collapse. I mean, it would be. I think he's gonna get in.
Or if he loses out and then Johnny and I get a 7th win. Or if Johnny and I win out. Because we have the points for it to overtake him.
Right.
But the thing is, even if he loses both games, unless he puts up 70 points each week, like he'll probably have a fighting chance. And so I feel like it has to be like a disaster. His teams just fall apart.
Yeah.
Which, looking at his team, I think that trade was so cool because I think it gave you life 10, and his team now has enough firepower to beat Vinny. Like he kind of built a roster to go at the King.
I mean, it really, like, CeeDee Lamb and Saquon Barkley were 2 of the top 3 picks of this year. He's got both of them on his team. And then if we redrafted right now, Puka is probably also a top 3 pick. So it's actually crazy. Like, Lukey just always finds Lukey ways, you know?
Yeah.
And
he's got Nico too, yeah.
Who's starting to do well.
How do you get 4 people who could have gone to the top 10?
Lukey.
Jordan Love is not the play this year, I'll tell you that. But then we got Vinny.
Yep.
Yep, we sure do. I think we're all sick of talking about Vinny at this point.
Boo.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't booing you, Tin.
It's a good team. It's annoying. He won't win. History will repeat itself once again.
When was the last time a number 1 seed actually won?
We can't even find it in the history books.
That's actually crazy to think.
Now he picked up Hunter Henry, which is actually a pretty good pickup. His team is just insane. I mean, Jonathan Taylor is, and then you got CMC and Cook and Rice and Jackson. My gosh, yeah, monster team. Really, not much to say. If anybody beats them, it's like this is like a movie book shit. If there's someone beats this team.
Hey, maybe they rest Jonathan Taylor for the playoffs.
Yeah.
They only give him ideas to pick up the backup already, but there's always that, especially with the 49ers. If they have a clear that they're going to secure it, they probably for sure will rest them.
All right, guys. So I didn't really do any preparing for this pod. We're just going, and I definitely wanted to try to look at the playoff scenarios and see kind of how people have to get in. But I don't know if that's going to be like, because there's so many scenarios. So I guess we could kind of just look at, like, I don't know. How should we do this?
I mean, I think you could do that. Yeah. I think you could take that team by team.
Okay.
Like, because some of them are simpler than others. Like, I think me and Dan win out and you're in. Paco and Johnny win out or you're not in. Right? And then the other ones are just a little bit more nuanced.
Yeah. All the 5 win teams have to win twice. They're going to have to win twice.
Yep.
So then it's just between Dan and Tin. Okay. So let's look at Dan and Tin's line first, because they're the 6 and 5 teams. So they only need like 1 win. So let's check out Tin and his matchup this week.
Some matchups, okay.
All right, guys. I got to drop. It's been a pleasure.
All right, brother.
See you guys virtually this weekend, I guess. Good luck to everyone. Paco's not dead. I think I made my case during the power rankings. So Pickles, the last nice thing I say to you, if you beat me, go ahead and get that playoff spot. But yeah, well, good luck to you this weekend, sir.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good one.
See you, Paco.
Thanks.
All right. So which game are we looking at real quick?
So we're gonna look at who Tin's playing. So Tin is playing Mark
Tin and Mark.
right there.
That's that one. I still don't even see the names. Ooh,
All right, so you just have to beat Mark this week. I haven't actually looked. So he's playing.
All right. So
He's
we
playing
have
Tootin.
Brissett
Isn't
too.
Etienne's playing, right?
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh my gosh! So Mark's dead at running back.
Mark is dead at running back. He had Bam Knight until earlier today. I mean, Tootin had a good game, and Etienne played the other week too. But who do
13.
they have? Oh, they've got Arizona.
Arizona. They'll get opportunities.
It's a touchdown bet. If he gets a red zone look, then and he gets 13 points, that's all Mark wants out of him. But it's just a matter of will he do it?
We
I
could start.
look at his team, and I feel like it's very matchup based. And like DK against Chicago, that's usually high scoring. That kind of works in his favor.
I think the main
Against
concern
Atlanta, Bijan
is-
against Atlanta. I mean, New Orleans. Like that feels like a shit show's high scoring game. So he has a chance to put up good points. But man, Tootin and Jacoby Brissett.
he got 21 last week, I guess. No, I think Olave. If he wins, Olave will carry him.
Yeah. So okay. So I feel like Tin's gonna. So Mark has actually a mountain to climb. Holy shit.
Yes.
Crap. Oh my goodness.
If Tin wins, Steve, who is the lead scorer for Tin?
McBride.
Who's my lead scorer?
McBride.
If you win,
Well,
who's
Hurts
your lead
against
scorer?
Dallas. This could be Hurts week. This could.
I
be
don't
Hurts
think
week.
so. My pick is JMO. I think JMO. This is JMO's week to eat.
You never know who's gonna eat though. But yeah, I think he just will. He'll figure out a way to hit 120. I don't know if Mark can.
I'm calling 27 points from JMO.
Okay, I love that. So Mark has to beat this. Okay, so let's go look at then Tin's next week matchup. So we'll just take it one by one. So go to scoreboard, yeah, and then go to week 13. Oh, it's me. Yes. Okay, so I have to beat you here. So if you win against Mark and then I beat you, there's a chance we can still both get in? Or is that because then because Dan might win.
There's
Okay.
a chance because we would both finish 7 and 6. So then it probably comes down to points for.
Oh, but for me to even have a chance, I'd have to beat Dan, which would take Dan out. No, Dan's 6 and 5. Oh gosh, yeah. So who does so you have to play me.
I play you and Mark. Dan plays you and Johnny. Johnny plays Dan and Luke, I think.
Mhm.
And then Paco plays Pickle and Luke. And then Pickle, you play Paco, and who you play last week?
Vinny. Not a great draw.
And then Mark plays me and Josh.
Okay, interesting. So who do you play first week again?
Mark.
So Mark has to beat you, or he's out this week.
Mhm.
So if Mark beats you, so like how do we look at? There's so many scenarios, dude. It's actually insanely hard. I've never had it this many, dude, because it's like so many lines to connect.
So kind of the way I look at it here is this game, the game between the Pauls, winner still alive, loser completely out.
Yep, that
The
makes
game
sense.
for Dan and Steve, Dan is still in either way next week. Steve could be out, but will still be in if he wins this week. This one here doesn't matter.
So
and
our
this
nightmare
one,
scenario is if Johnny wins, because if Johnny wins, then that's another person that has a chance. That's just a game that he can either gain or be kicked out of the room.
no, nightmare scenario is you losing.
Well,
Because
yeah,
you
no,
could
I know, but I'm
see
saying
Johnny
for all
winning
of us,
still is
for all
good.
of us, because we're all playing each other.
Yeah.
So Mark's fighting for his life. I'm
Yep.
fighting for my life against Dan.
And Johnny's fighting for his life. Paul's
And
are
then
fighting.
you and Paul are fighting for your guys' lives.
Yeah, the winner of this one stays alive, and then the loser. Yeah, Paul has no
One,
chance.
two, three games where all playoff contending teams are playing against each other.
Yeah.
And so then there's 7 people vying for spots, and we're assuming Luke and Vinny are in, so that's 2. So it's 7 people vying for 2 spots.
Vinny is in for sure. Lukey is likely, very, very likely
I
in.
feel like we just categorize him as in because if he
I
doesn't
mean, he
get
could
in,
have an
I
epic
don't know.
collapse.
Huh?
He could have an epic collapse, dude.
Okay, so maybe we look at, because basically everybody has a shot. So maybe
Yeah.
we actually start with Pickle and figure out what's the scenario Pickle has, and then
We figure that I'm winning out, number one.
we can just take it by points for. So we can just we'll start with Pickle, see what
And
your
I
shot
think
is.
you beat Dan, right?
Yep.
And then that one doesn't matter. And I believe in this game here, I need Austin to win against Mark. And I need
No, I think you would want Mark to win.
So the 3 teams are 1, 2. Wait a sec. It was depending on the points for, because there was one person I could pass points for, and then there was one who I couldn't. It is possible, just not.
No, I think I worked it out so that you could get in without passing anyone in points for. So basically, I think it was one of me or Dan would finish. One of me or Dan would make it either at 7-5 or sorry, 7-6 or 8-5, and then every other team would finish 6-7, and you would finish 7-6.
Okay. Yep, you're right. You're right.
Every other team finishes 6-7. He finished 7-6, and that would be including Luke getting in, Vinny getting in, and then just one of either you or Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody else has to kind of lose out, and they can actually play out 6-7.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have to go through Vinny last week. Okay.
Yeah. And then I would play Vinny again the next 2 weeks. I play Vinny 3 weeks in a row.
Okay. So then with Paco has to beat you.
Yep.
And then he has to go on and play. Who does Paco play week 13?
Paco plays Luke. So he also has to win that game.
So he plays Luke, and he would have to beat Luke.
Yep.
But that doesn't count. Okay, for the league. So he can get. Okay, so then go back to the first scoreboard. Now, Johnny.
He's playing Luke this week.
He plays Luke this week.
So he needs to win this week against.
And then, so who does Johnny play week 13? Okay,
Dan.
so he
He
plays
plays
Dan.
Dane. That's a big game.
So if
It's only a big game though if he can beat Luke, which I don't think he will.
True.
So if Dan beats me and goes to 7-5, and then you have Johnny beat Luke this week, so Luke he goes to 6 wins, and Luke goes still 7-5. Then you have Johnny beating Dan this week. You get like a bunch of 7-win teams. Like you just get there can be so many 7-win teams, because I'm not even talking about that would eliminate me. Then you play, so you can get to 7 wins because you can just beat me last week. It doesn't mean anything. And then who's the other matchup? Is there another one above?
Yeah, that one doesn't really matter.
Because you
I mean,
play.
I could get the 7 wins, but like.
Wait, but who do you play week before?
That's where I play Paco.
Paco. Okay, so you wouldn't be able to. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 7-win teams. So they're gonna be 4, and so then it's a 0.4 match.
Yeah.
No, because of Luke. Because then Luke can lose. Yeah, so Luke, there would be 5 7 teams. So in that scenario, where
Oh,
I
he
lose,
does.
Pickle loses, and then Dan and Tin win 1 week, lose 1 week. There's 5, 7 and 6 teams, and it comes down to points for battle. So that can happen as well. So yeah, I mean it's pretty simple. You just have to get the 7 wins to have a chance, regardless. All the 5 teams have to, and then it's just the 2-6 teams that can either go bigger, and there's only one or the other. So yeah, it's really going to be hard for any 5-win team to get in this year.
All right. I told you it was going to be chaotic. I got to jump here.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
I'll see you guys in the playoffs.
It will be fun, Austin. It will be fun.
All right. Well, let's just then go to matchups here because we've been kind of hopping around, kind of a chaotic pod, but we wouldn't have it any other way.
So, what's your honest opinion of this game here? What do you think?
Okay. So the Pickles, the Pauls, I mean.
Yes.
Pauls play against each other here. Is this starting on lineup right here? We're ready?
At the moment, I may switch Bucky Irving if Bucky Irving doesn't go for him. It looks like he's not starting him yet. Yeah. I may go Sean Tucker either in my slot or as my RB2, and I may put Boot in if he looks healthy because Cincinnati has no defense.
Okay. Dortch versus Michael Wilson is legendary.
It is.
This is actually just a wild game. I think he's got some pretty good matchups, but you also have some pretty good matchups. Your running backs look like they're in trouble playing against Cleveland and Pittsburgh, and they haven't been
happy about
special.
that. Yeah.
So you're gonna need Josh Allen. I mean, tonight's huge for you.
It's
You're
huge.
gonna need him to get some points. How many would you say would be a disappointment from Josh Allen tonight?
Anything lower than 23 would be a disappointment.
Okay.
25, I think, is a little steep to demand, but that's what he's been kind of doing. He's been averaging 24 in the last couple of weeks, has been 42, 19, 28, 23. So
I don't think Jordan Mason will get very good points. He's going to have to get a touchdown.
I am really worried about
it.
Monty
Week, dude. It could be a Monty week.
Dude, I really think it's a Monty JMO week, and I'm really scared of that.
Yeah. We'll see. But I think I'm going to take Paul.
Okay. That was an easy pick.
Paco.
Which Paul? Which Paul?
Paco.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
I just think he has more boom, and I think they're going to connect.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
But, I think it's still close.
Yeah. Then we have you versus Dan. Walk me through it.
I feel great. I feel great with my players. I'm either going Emmanuel Wilson or Aaron Jones, but probably Emmanuel Wilson. But yeah, I feel great about my my receivers. I think they're all kind of hitting a right point. I think Jefferson had that game was about as bad as you could get, and he still got 11 points. Still fine with that. So it's really just can I survive the Gibbs and Amon-Ra onslaught? And mostly can I avoid Gibbs because I got Jared Goff, so I get a little piece of it. But his flex and receiver 2 are just rough this week. That's why they are great.
So I really hope I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, that means that Amon-Ra and Gibbs are going to have a big week and Monty won't. But because I don't think I'm going to be wrong, I think Dan will end up losing because Amon-Ra and Gibbs won't have big weeks. And you'll just need to put up probably 110 to win this game. Yeah. But if I'm wrong and Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra have a huge day, that means Monty isn't doing well. I'll be happy either way. But no, I think you're right. I think you walk into this one here. You just look at player over player. It's just, yeah.
Yep, but I think it's going to be close regardless. I don't see anybody running away with any matchup right so far this week.
Yeah. Now, doesn't really matter in the scheme of things, but will David slay Goliath?
142. Get out of here, man. My
Will David do it? Can Josh pull something out?
No, not if he's starting Woody Marks.
Okay, hear me out. Woody Marks has been a better start. Okay, never mind. Don't hear me out.
Woody Marks is terrible.
Yeah, he's terrible. Henderson.
Go ahead.
What did you get last week? You got a lot last week. 32.
No, he's been looking good, but he got a lot of touchdowns,
Mhm.
but they're giving it to him, and he looks good. And that team keeps winning and moving the football. And then
Yeah.
Ferguson's great. AJ Brown, I feel like he's the only receiver that looks like they have any upside on that team. And then Drake May against Cincy feels pretty good,
Yeah.
but
We can hope.
I don't think he can take the beast down.
We can hope.
This might be 170 for Vinny.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Big game. Mark Austin.
Mark fighting for his life, and he pulls up with the Tootin.
I cannot believe that this is the week I am again one of Austin's biggest cheerleaders. I need him to win. He's going to manufacture a win. I mean, his team is clicking what right. I don't think it has enough to get him to the playoffs, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, he should
I
make
think
it.
you actually want Mark to win.
I want Mark to win.
You want as many 6 and 7 teams as you can get.
Okay,
So-
then never mind. This actually will be great. I can cheer against Austin's team like I have all year.
Yeah.
And we'll have to figure out a way how Mark wins because I look at the matchup, it looks like Austin's going to win, but
Yeah.
it's going to be DK. And DK is going to shine at Chicago, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be owning the Bears.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
just
I
think
think. Yeah.
I actually don't think this one's going to be close. I
No,
think
it
Tim
shouldn't
got
be.
a decrepit Mark, crawling from his beating last week. And just, he came out rough, I even took his starting running back, dude. He came at me, dude. Angry Steve, dude, came up, took his soul, just like his father did the week before. And then we took his running back too. So I think Mark's pretty much done.
Well, I'm pulling for you, Mark. Tend to agree, though. All right. Last game of the week. Alex versus Luke. Another pretty big game.
Well, yeah, Johnny, the accountant.
I do that every time, Johnny.
But
You'd think I'd get it by now. I've texted him probably several times each week to try and get Henry, and he never got to a deal.
yeah, but honestly, this will be interesting. You've got kind of the new superpower team
Mm-hmm.
and Luke here. See how this will be a good test week for them too. Just kind of see how they all go. See if he can just like boom. But Johnny's got some boom. I like his players. Devonta Smith can have a big week. Brock Bowers is good. The only problem is the Raiders suck. So I feel like he's the definition of boom or bust.
Are we concerned at all about Rico Dowell not being a complete RB1?
No, I think he is. I think that's
Okay.
kind of blasphemy. I think he's played so insanely well that they're giving him the rock.
Okay.
It's Dowdle time, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I still have to pull Luke here, looking at things.
But also you got Puka back, and this is kind of the week where Puka is now going against Adams. And who do you take in that?
I still think Puka, dude, because where Adams, I think, will get the deeper shots. How many outs will Puka get? How many dump offs will Puka get?
I mean, my goodness, actually, there's got to be a better flex than Ramondre.
Yeah,
What does he have on his bench?
I might even go Shaheed, dude.
Oof. Yeah, I don't know.
I would go Shaheed.
That's kind of a blemish on the team there. I don't know. I guess maybe Ramondre. I mean, I know he's going to come back. I think Henderson's going to definitely take a lot more snaps, but yeah, I would take Luke in this.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Well,
that's all the games.
That's all the games.
All right. So,
So,
Paul, how do you feel
quickly,
about this week?
I feel great. I mean, put our trust in our quarterback. Traded our number one draft pick for him, so that's all we can do. Who's your 4 playoff teams before we get off here?
Let's go to standings.
Okay.
I kind of saw the matchups.
So in my mind, for me, honestly, I have Vinny 1, 2 seed being Lukey, 3 seed being Austin, 4 seed being myself. Little wistful. And if I couldn't put myself in there, I would go you, and then I would go Paco. With Austin being 5, that's where it comes in with the power rankings. So do a world where you think it is, and if it's where you think it is, you're in the playoffs, cool. And then do one where you're not in the playoffs.
Okay, so one I'm going to do is I get the pleasure of playing both 6-win teams back to back. I play
Okay.
Dan this week and I play 10 next week.
You do.
I think I'm going to slay both of them, and
I
both
like
of them
that.
will miss the playoffs somehow. They'll choke their other games.
Yeah.
When I'm going to beat out 10 in points for sure. 10's easy money in points for.
Easy.
So that would be me getting in. That would be, I would say Luke's going to win and get in. It'd be Luke, Vinny, me.
Who's the fourth team in?
Who rises from the dust here?
Give me East or West.
So many teams, actually. Emotional damage. I think Paco gets in.
I like it. Now, in the dreadful world where you don't get in, what are the 4 teams again?
I lose against Dan. Dan gets in.
Okay.
Dan and 10 both get in. So it's
Okay.
Dan, 10, Luke,
And then Vinny.
and Vinny.
Hopefully, that's a world that none of us will have to experience because I'm not in that playoff and neither are you.
Yours is a bit more of a long shot. I just don't think it's I wouldn't bet on it, if I'm betting.
Yeah. I mean, don't be a betting man and we're good. And always have hope. Have hope.
Did you do your 2 playoffs?
I did. So I'll just regurgitate it real quickly. The one where I'm in it, I think it's going to be Vinny, Luke, Austin, and myself. In the world where I don't make it, it's dreadful dark. I think it is Vinny, Luke, Paco, and then who was I think I said you. Yeah, I believe I said you.
Yeah. I would love that. And I really appreciate that. But all right. So the cool thing is, next week when we do the pod, this will be a lot simpler.
It will be. A lot of questions will be answered, or will there still be questions to be answered?
I'm just
Because
worried
there
what
could still be a ton of questions to be answered, even more, because there's only a couple real elimination games.
Either way, it's going to be chaos. There'll be
It
some
will be.
chaos.
Either Paul or I will be out. Either you or Dan will be out. But then we'll get a much clearer picture and we can ask more questions about points 4. Because you look at points 4 now, we can make estimates, but honestly, where I am at to where Dan is not that many points. It's 50 points. So
Yeah, and you're not. Let's see. I mean, it's not like an impossible
no, it's
hill to
not.
climb. Regardless,
Oh.
like if you have like a really high scoring week this week, you're back in the consideration. You just probably
Exactly.
have to do it back to back weeks. So it's not like it's a long shot. It's just
And
if
that's
there were betting
exactly for
odds.
you. Points 4 could completely change everything where you might not need to win on a strange reason next week. We'll see.
Yeah, and if it was betting odds, yours would be just like a little bit better.
Yeah.
Decent bit. Like plus, I would probably put some money on that just to see the crazy
Ooh,
return.
see, it's kind of like a parlay where if you are going to put the money down, you just ride it out. You didn't get on this train. You're not allowed on it now.
Oh, live betting's here, dude. But
I don't know.
But all right. Well, everybody, good luck in your matchups this week. Everybody but Dan will destroy him. I'm very interested to see the Dark Pickle versus Paco matchup. Do you have most of your team playing on? Oh, you got a big one tonight. That's right. We're gonna see a lot more then. But all right. Peace, and we'll catch you next week.
Adios.